Namaskar to all the seekers of truth. Today, the world over, all the Indians celebrate this day as Gurupurnima. Definitely the word Guru has quite a bit of relevance to everyone. It connects to each and every individual. It is part and parcel of the Indian life. It is the way we enjoy, we feel happy, we feel enriched, we feel the abundance in life when we are able to be in touch with the Guru. Normally people understand that the Guru is somebody who is external. Externally, the Gurus have a form and nature, and they have their own conditionalities like all the seekers of truth. It may be right, it may be wrong, but definitely it is there. And the more the conditions are there, the fulfillment is mutual. If there is a change happening or a certain kind of inner quest is not getting fulfilled, we feel somehow let down. Thus we find the search continues. But in reality, the whole concept of Guru is to connect to oneself, one's own conscious, at different levels and different realms. The more one is able to connect to the conscious at different levels and different realms, one finds the energy keeps on expanding with the person. The transformation only happens from within. We get inspiration from outside. When we have an external Guru, one we assume and we believe has the ability to transform us, he also becomes our own consciousness. That consciousness allows us to grow within. It's a connection between two internal sources. One that is connected to you, second that is connected by you. One that is connected by you and one that one connects to, both have a norm which is connected to the inner conscious. The more one is able to imbibe the external consciousness to communicate with the internal consciousness, you find the awareness becomes deep, the realization is quite high, and one is able to connect to the real self in the most subtle manner. When you say connecting to the self in subtle manner, it's a transformation happening from the body's level. We are transcending the body. We are also transcending the mind. We are also accepting the emotional body. We are then moving into the energy body, and then the spirit consciousness comes into being. That spirit consciousness is the Guru. A Guru is always striving to create Gurus. Reason: when a Guru creates a Guru, the Guru merges back to the Guru. The merging of the Guru re-emerges as a Guru for the masses. It is not about a conditional thing, it's about my conscious awareness. The more I am consciously aware, the more deeply I am connected to, the more I am aware of the surroundings. Now the surrounding, internal we are talking about, the surrounding within me is more pertinent, important and relevant for my journey of understanding and relating the truth. The whole concept is really wonderful when you go. It's a journey of bliss. The bliss which is coming from within. It is the bliss which makes me happy. It's the bliss that allows me to enjoy. It's the bliss which makes and keeps me in joy. It's the bliss which allows me to feel the nature around me and understand that each particle in the nature is a guru for me. That guru particle is part of me and I am part of the guru particles. It's a continuous communication between the two gurus will try to bring about a transformation for each individual of this time and period, so that in the next time and period you find a higher level of evolution happening. Each layer of communication brings about a new change, new awareness, new understanding. This is known as self-realization. The realization that I and I and the I are same. The I of the body, the I of the body's mind, the I of the body spirit are all one. It's a self-awareness. That means self can be at multiple levels. Each layer, when I open up, there's a realization. You reach up to a certain point and then you find the enlightenment happening. Enlightenment is a stage where the consciousness is communicating with the consciousness only. Here, earlier stages, you find different levels of the body and the spirit communicating with the spirit conscious or the spirit body or the energy body or the mind body. So each layer will expand continuously. This is quite deep and infinite in nature. The more I am delving deep, you will find the peace happening within you, for you, by you. All particles of nature have been waiting for you, are trying to communicate with you, are trying to relate with you, for they know you are here at this moment of time and space for a particular purpose. You may not be aware of that. The awareness comes from my mind. When the awareness comes, the purpose emerges. When the purpose emerges, you find there's a relationship happening. It's a relationship of multiple layers of me with me that transforms me for a better life around me. My change surely will cause a change in others. That is the journey of truth. When a larger section of the community and a larger section of the society take up this path, the eyes and the senses, because eye is a very prominent area for us. Eye has all the elements of nature. When I'm talking about eye, it is the concept of the body, the mind, energy, emotion, spirit and consciousness. All the 5 levels of awareness expands continuously when we start communicating. It's a communication. It's not pleading, it's not begging, it's not requesting. It's a communication what we have with each other. The way we communicate with each other, similarly I should be able to communicate with the different levels of I within the infinite cycles of life in the form of matter. This is a huge transformation we are talking about. A transformation which allows one to connect to the light within, to understand and see the light. You may call it a name, and then the moment you put it a name, you are restricting. Your expansion has no name. Your connectivity has no name. When you delve deep, you find that there is a seat for you which has no seat itself. The path you are walking on has no path. The transformation in itself has no transformation happening. So many things are happening at one moment of time that will affect you immensely. We celebrate days. Do we celebrate the moments of time we are realizing ourselves? We might be enjoying the experience which is felt by the body. We might be trying to find out the logic behind it. We might be trying to bring out our rationality behind it. For we feel that the other should accept. But the acceptance is by you, not by others. Others have their own acceptance to follow. Your expectations are connected to you and you only. For you in you is unique to the whole of the nature, though we all look similar. The features, nature, everything is part of the external world. The internal world is quite similar. The needs, requirements, desire are also quite similar. These form the part of the different layers of the body. When this understanding is there, one can progress to the next level of mind. To the world of science, to the world of psychology, to the world of philosophy, they all talk about conscious. But at what level of conscious they are talking, we should be sure of. We should also be aware that that level of consciousness I have to connect. This is quite crucial, for in that connection one expands. In that expansion you will find that things have changed for everyone at multiple areas and multiple levels. Each level will change the way one perceives things and is able to reconnect to the energy in the most natural manner. Seekers actually begin the journey the moment they are able to connect to the inner core of the consciousness. That inner core of the consciousness is something that expands continuously and is able to work with you in the most vibrant manner. Every time we talk about conscious, we are talking about the subtlest level of the conscious, which expands continuously for you, by you, within you. When it is within you, you understand that every single stage or every single activity you are doing has a connection for you to relate to it, to understand how this is functioning, how this is expanding, how things have changed in your life. And each of these conditionalities will work for you in the most beneficial manner. So on this day of Gurupurnima, I wish all the success to all the seekers of truth in the most humble manner. Namaskar.